Welcome back, guys. In today's episode, we're going to be working on sanding underneath the doors on the bottom half of them, which shouldn't take very long. And then we're going to be sanding these rails down and prepping all the metal or the rust that's on here to prevent that. And then that should be a wrap for this video. The tailgate should be in soon, so right when that gets in, we'll be fixing that. And I think all we have left to do is clean up a little areas in the bed, and then that's it. We should be ready for primer. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing. And check us out on Instagram. The link's in the description below. And let's hop into this. Side all done. It's nice and smooth. All we got to do is add some body filler right where the bed or the door meets with the back panel, and it already has Bondo or body filler from the factory, but when we sanded it, some chipped out, so we'll be putting some more in there. This right here all gets covered up by a chrome trim piece, so it won't matter if that's completely good, but because it's going to be covered. But we do want to make sure that we do our best on this so it looks good even without that. So let's hop to the other side. Got both sides done. We're gonna mix up some body filler to put in here and on the other side. So let's go mix that up and put it on. So while that body filler dries, what we're gonna be doing is sanding all of this up here on these little clips here. And we're not going to be putting any body filler on here because those chrome pieces go right on top of here, so there's really no point in doing that. We're really just trying to make it so it won't rust. So that's what we're going to be doing, is sanding it all down, and where there's some rust, we're going to be putting that that spray on here, and so we can prevent the rust. So let's start sanding this. So from the looks of it, it's pretty rusty, so what we're going to do is spray the spray on there and put some plastic and let it sit. Sitting for 30 minutes. We're gonna go ahead, start sanding this side, I can see a little rust up here, but we might not have to do the whole thing. Just based on how it's been so far, that side has had more rust than this side. So let's hop into sanding this and see how it here and a little bit up here. So what we're gonna do is once that dries, we're gonna go ahead and spray this side and get this side all good and ready for primer so that it doesn't rust anymore. So let's wait for that to dry and then hop onto this. So it's been about 30 minutes now, so we're gonna peel this off and then take this over to the other side. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna carry this over. So now we have both sides done. It's looking really good. All the way up, looking really good, no rust. And we actually just got something in the mail, so let's go show you what we got. So we just got our tailgate in. It's right here. It's a pretty big box. So we're gonna get ready, or we're gonna carry this in and see if we can put it up and get it all in, bolted on and everything, and see if we can straighten that piece out. So now that we got it in here, what we're gonna be doing is putting on these side bolts here, just so that when we put it all together, we have to get the hinges down here. We're gonna put those on the tailgate first, and then what we will be doing is putting those on up there so that when we shut it, we can see where we have to pull this out to make sure it latches on and makes a good seal here. So let's hop into getting those bolts on. Just got our old tailgate out because we need to get these hinges off here. But we're gonna open up our new tailgate and put it up here, over here, so we can see what all we have to get off of here. I know we have to get like the clips and all that off, but as of right now, we're probably not gonna take all these off, just because we're gonna have to paint it anyway. So we'll probably just try to get these off and these off over here so that we can get it up there and see how it looks. So let's get the other one out and see what we need. Alrighty, so we just got it opened up. And what's great is how, see these little hinges here, how they came with it on there. We were kind of worried about it because we didn't know if you'd have to try to open it up to get this off. But we'll be able to just take this pin out and put it onto this one. So let's get to taking these pins off and get it transferred onto the new one. gonna be doing is putting them onto here, which should be pretty easy, just putting them back in. So that's what we're gonna do now. Is we're just going to take everything out of here and put it on the new one, and we're going to be doing that so that when we put it up there, we can lock it in place and then tighten the bolts. It'll be a lot easier for me because I'm by myself, so that's what we're going to do, which should be pretty easy. We just took out these two bolts, and now we have to take out this one, so that's what we're going to do. And then it should just slide out.
It's undefined to know where you are. Why can't you hide where the sun is dark? The sun is dark. The sun is why can't you hide where the sun is dark?
Tailgate on. It's looking nice and good. We do need to work on our gaps. As you can see down here, it's very tight, and then over here it's it's more open. But we did go ahead and put the opener on. We will be getting new ones of these. We just didn't order it with this where we ordered this from because it was like double the price at this store, so we're just gonna get them from a different place. But as you can see, just without being alarmed, how this is has been up a lot more than this side. This side, it sits pretty flush with each other, and they're pretty much in line too. But on this side, as you can see, it's bent out, and this one, it's like bent like that. So I think if we take this and hit it like right here, it will form back together, and then we'll be able to weld it right here. So we're gonna get this thing all lined up, or at least try to, and then we're gonna be working on this. Alrighty, so we got it all lined up as best as possible. It doesn't really matter that it's not perfect, because all we're doing is pulling this out to make it pretty much level with that side. So I haven't really thought of a way to get this out yet, but somehow we're going to be pulling it and trying to get these to meet up with each other so we can tack it right here. So we got to figure out a way to pull this. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take this hammer and pound on it for now until these meet up right here. And then once these meet up right here, be able to tack weld this together right here, and then figure out what else we can do to make sure it's perfect just like the other side. So let's get ready to start hammering this. see, we got this weld where they cracked. We got it lined up. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably go ahead and weld that right there and pull this up and weld this right here, and then we can start straightening this out some more. So let's get into that. Redneck, but what we got is we welded this little beam on, which is gonna pull this up, and we have this hooked onto the lawnmower, and we're gonna pull this, and then when we get it pulled, we're gonna weld it as it's pulled. So let's get into that. We got that all welded. We went over both spots again. We're gonna let this harden and sit for a little bit, and then we'll release the pressure, and hopefully it stays right where it is. So we'll just have to see. Alrighty, so we just got it all straightened out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld it up a little more right here and make sure our welds are all good, and then sand it down so that the welds aren't visible, and then that should be a wrap for this video. So let's get into welding this again and cleaning it up. Alrighty, so we just got it all cleaned up. It's looking really, really good. This will be covered up with chrome trim around, but we wanted to make sure the welds look good anyway, and that everything would be straight. So yeah. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna be a wrap for this video. We got our tailgate in, and it lines up great and everything, shuts good. So we'll probably be taking this tailgate off and getting everything in primer. But before that, all we have to do is clean up a little bit, make sure everything's nice and smooth, and then we should be ready. But we'll probably be doing that off camera, hopefully by Wednesday for Wednesday's video. We have this thing in primer. I'm pretty sure Lance might be coming up for that, so that's gonna be a great thing. We'll be getting this all in primer. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing and check us out on Instagram. And that's gonna be a wrap.